Alright, y'all, video game vlog, and it finally happened. I have finally gone off the deepest edges of the Wesker pool because this weekend, Saturday to be exact, I spent 9.5 hours retooling a fan fiction that was a Wesker fan fiction. It was one fucking part and it took me 9.5 hours to write, but I'm off the deep end of the Wesker pool. So today I'm going to call this video game vlog all about Albert, because we got to go down this damn rabbit hole, and maybe I can get some of this out of my system because it's so in my system right now that I can't get my shit together. So we're gonna be talking about my homeboy right here, Albert Wesker, because that's just where my life is right now. So, but before I talk about Wesker, I did at the urging of my best friend, I did check out the Resident Evil 2 demo. Some people had it up and I watched it. And I have to admit I liked it. So I'm not gonna buy it. I'm still not gonna buy it, but I did enjoy watching it get played. So it'll be a good enjoy watching it get played. So it was nice to see, like, I don't mind Leon's voice actor, but he sounds like a fucking, like, dweeb. He sounds more like a dweeb than the original Leon sounded. Like, the original Leon just sounded like some hapless idiot. But you kind of like that hapless idiot. This Leon, he's trying to be tough, and Leon, when his first day, was not tough. It was just like he just came in like, what? That's how Leon was. He's like, what's happening? And mind you, the man was a damn day late, and literally a day late and $1 short, because he was supposed to have started at RPD the day before, and he got drunk at a party and missed his first day of work. So he would have been going there with his tail between his legs anyway, and probably got fired too. If he should be grateful for that zombie outbreak. However, in this version, in this retool version, they told him don't come. So, and that kind of makes more sense, but I did kind of like that he was a day late, because he was just a hapless idiot, and I kind of like Leon being kind of a hapless idiot. So they didn't really show stuff with Claire. From what I saw of Claire, the little smatterings I saw her on, like, trailers and stuff, they kind of have her kind of like, I'm all fruity and live. And I really don't agree with that for Claire. Claire was never fruity. Claire is always like what the fuck ever. Like I said, she would sit up there and hang up on Leon. Leon would be like, wait, and she'd be like, click, let's go do this thing. So they kind of have her a little bit kind of like, I need help, because I'm like a helpless woman, and that is not. I'm hoping that's just like the minimal clips they showed her like that, but I'm really hoping that they don't have her character like that, because that's such a disservice to the Claire character, and I ain't liking it. So, but, and they also showed Marvin Branagh, the as me and my best friend like to call him, the last black man in town, because when you go into the original Claire's like, are you the last officer in the building? And like eons ago when we were playing it, I was like, I just made a joke when I was playing Resident Evil 2 when my best friend was with me. I was like, are you the last black man in town? So it looks like the last black man in town is gonna have like a lot more than just like, just go shooting it, like, all right, black man, stop pointing a gun at me. So it looks like it's just gonna be more than that on the last black man in town's part. So and I have a fan fiction that I'm trying to write where Marvin Bernard and Jill dated. So, and speaking of fan fiction, we're gonna touch on that today. This is gonna be a long ass vlog, so strap your shit in, and let's get ready. So, final verdict on the Resident Evil 2 thing. While I am still not the biggest fan and still think it was useless and pointless to have remade Resident Evil 2, I will take it because it was actually a good watch, and I didn't have any beef with it. So if that's what you were wanting to hear from me, yes, I will. I always said I would watch it. I would probably complain, but I don't think I'll be complaining. So it was really good, and there you go. So I'm just not buying it. So there's that too. So now on to my hyper obsession fixation with Albert Wesker, and I don't know where the fuck, like, I've always had a Wesker thing. Me and my brother are constantly at odds with each other. Like, my brother likes Chris. I can't stand Chris. Chris is an idiot. I don't even understand why people fucking like Chris. I'm like, dude, you need to get your shit together. But at least my brother did finally admit to me. He's like, I like Chris because he's an idiot. I'm like, okay, I will give you some play on that, a little bit of play. But we all know in our family, we are very much Team Wesker. So I got my Wesker dog tag on. Oh, it's upside down. Yeah, got my Wesker dog tag kicking today. So, and I am literally in all black. I'm wearing all black. My socks are black. My bra and underwear black. I am literally in all black in honor of Wesker today. So, yeah, I don't know how this started, because back in the day, like, and don't let any of these little side piece fangirls tell you, oh, I've always liked Wesker and bitch, please. I was the one who was liking Wesker back when he was live action back in 1996. So, no, you fucking cheesy bitches better be on notice, because I am the original Wesker fangirl. So, fuck y'all. So, yeah, and I keep lamenting that they killed him. I'm like, what the fuck was the point of having killed him? What was it supposed to mean? What was it supposed to have accomplished? Because it didn't really accomplish anything. So I'm stuck on the, I will never be able to get over that. I can't move on from it. So, and I choose to ignore it, because yesterday in my dire obsession, I had watched I went there and watched Umbrella Corps, but I didn't watch Umbrella Corps, but I watched it a little bit. Okay, here's what I did. I like skipped and read all those notes, because they all pertain to like some scary dude came in and I want to know who he is. That was the first researcher, and he disappeared. And then the other chick came in. She's like, let's do this because I'm trying to go back on vacation. And then she disappears, and they're like, well, the scary guy's watching you and he wants to see what you're talking. And then at the end of this farcical of a game, you hear somebody say, how did you like that? And it's obviously DC Douglas going satisfactory. So as much as I really want them to bring Wesker back, I really don't understand why they killed him in the first place. I wish I could get a rationale from Capcom. What was the ideology behind killing him? Because it made no sense and it was pointless. Literally, y'all could have had the man sitting out on the sidelines for decades, like literal decades, because I just finished watching Ada's part in Resident Evil 4, and he didn't go in there with guns blazing. He fucking sent her and Krauser in there and was like, y'all deal with this. I'm drinking my tea, leave me alone. I'm drinking my tea in my nice cave hidey hole, wherever the fuck his evil lair was. I'm in my evil lair drinking tea. Just bring me my shit when you're done, basically. So why didn't just have him sitting literally on the sidelines, not doing anything, just puppeteering everything? I don't even know. I don't know what the fuck they tried to do. And I swear to God, I would love to get a rationale from somebody, some asshole on the Capcom team or Capcom Resident Evil team as to why they fucking killed Wesker. Because it was stupid. And I think a lot of people get pissy about that because, one, the way he died was stupid. Fucking rocket launchers to the face. Rockets from a rocket, 2 rocket launchers to the face in a volcano. And Chris is punching boulders in a volcano. Don't talk to me about Resident Evil 5. Don't fucking talk to me about Resident Evil 5. And don't talk to me about how they killed Wesker, because fucking no. So I don't understand. So since I was in this rabbit hole and I was looking up personality traits of Wesker, which they were like on the Briggs-Meyer thing, personality chart. He is an EMJT or something like that. And when I looked that up, he was really an EMJT or INJT or TJ. They said the I is for introvert. So I figure since he's more like not one to tell you what he's thinking or feeling or like have a whole shitload of friends, he would be probably more of an introvert than an extrovert. So, but then this one girl, and I was gonna read it, but then I'm like, I don't feel like reading it. I'm kind of like, I ain't reading it because I'm gonna have to read you some of the fan fiction I wrote. I'm not reading it, but I'll give you the gist of what this one girl on DeviantArt who did like a whole personality thing on him. Like she broke the shit down. I was like, you go ahead, girlfriend. You hit the nail on the head right there. And like she gave his characteristics. Wesker's characteristics are arrogant, confident, attractive. Oh, fuck yes. Swimmer's bill. Wealthy. Nah, I don't care about that. Egotistical, selfish, dominant, aggressive, manipulative. Yeah, that's my baby. Y'all did my baby wrong too. Can I just throw that out there about that rocket going swinging back to the rocket launcher thing? Did my baby wrong. And then they did him further wrong by making him a gun at the end of Resident Evil 7. I ain't forgot about that, Capcom. That's up in, like dude said, and love what's got to do with it. I'm up in here, anime. I'm up in here. That's up in here, Capcom. I will not forget that. Y'all did my baby wrong. Don't be doing my baby wrong. So, what does Wesker believe in? Natural selection. Swinging back to this girl. Is Wesker easy to please? She's like, yes, as long as you're useful to him. And yeah, because she was like, well, he was all going to let Ada die in that Umbrella Chronicles. He was all going to let her die until she was like, I have a sample of the G virus. And he was like, oh, okay. And then opened up their briefcase so she wouldn't die because he wanted the sample. So as long as you're not like in his way, which is I'm sure the cause of a lot of people's death, not in his way, you're helping him, bringing him tea, plaga samples, whatever the hell, as long as you're helping him, you won't end up with a syringe in your neck. So, or just dead in the mist. So, but the second you're not helpful or useful, you better start checking around for random ass syringes, because you get the syringe. So, and it's not going to be pleasant. And the last one was, what does Wesker enjoy? And she was like, everybody has a fetish. His is choking people. Because when you look at Resident Evil 5, he's choking Jill. He's choking the shit out of her, too. I noticed that when I was watching that. I watched it because I've been watching Survival Horror Network play Resident Evil stuff with Wesker in it. And in the beginning of his playthrough of Resident Evil 5, he starts with that side story where stupid Chris and Jill were walking through the Spencer house or mansion, whatever the fuck, and like basically it was like right before that fight with them and Wesker, and then they get into the fight with Wesker. So in that fight with Wesker, he lifts Jill up by the neck and is holding her, choking her, and I noticed before I read that he was kind of like happily choking the shit out of her. And I'm like, and then when she said that, I just almost fell on the floor laughing because I'm like, yeah, you like to choke a bitch. So I don't even know, but my baby, they do you wrong, baby. I don't know why they do you wrong. They just do you wrong. So, but since we are 13 minutes into this insanity, let me read to you what I was writing, because it is smut and trash at its finest, and I'm so proud of my writing skills because it was really good. So what happened was in 2012, right after Resident Evil 6 came out, and they were all on the whole Jake thing, and the whole Jake thing that at the time Wesker had left the woman that he got pregnant, which they backpedaled on, and I will never understand. I would love to get a rationale on that one too. Why the fuck did you backpedal? There was no reason to backpedal for the shit, because it's not like that would have been out of his characteristic that some woman was like, Albert, I'm pregnant, what do you want, like, we gotta do something, and he'd be like, get an abortion or go away from me, what do you want? So it's not out of like character for him to be like, well, I don't care. So what would make somebody think that, you know, him dumping a pregnant woman is like the worst thing he's ever done. That's actually literally not the worst thing he's ever done. But whatever. So, but when that was going around before they fucking backpedal, because I wrote this like, I think a week. It was written and posted on fanfiction.net within a week of that coming out, that game coming out, and me watching the Jake part. So basically, I wrote this story called Wesker's Conquest, where he went to Edonia, met this girl. She was 16. He slept with her, left, dumped her, and found out she was pregnant, dumped her, and just kept it moving. So I retooled it. So I'm in the middle of retooling it. So, but it's all over the place. And I have a first chapter, I have a second chapter, and then I jump to somewhere in the middle, and then I jump to somewhere later in the middle. So I don't know what the fuck I'm doing as a writer right now, but I wanted to write smut and trash. So I'm gonna read to you some smut and trash. So let's get ready for smut. Let's prepare ourselves. Alright, so this is page 15 of an indeterminate chapter. So it is smutty, so I don't know how much of this I'll be able to take before I get too blushy. So before she could even offer a stronger protest, Albert kissed her mouth long and passionately, which immediately silenced her. Normally he wouldn't be so intrepid, but there was no turning back for either of them now. His desire was profound, and so was hers. She may not realize it, but she was completely aroused by his manipulations. Her sweet body was reacting as it should. Her nipples were erect, her skin was flushed, her womanhood was moist with anticipation for his manhood, which it would receive momentarily. So, for now, he wanted to bring her first orgasm. So he used his fingers to stroke her clitoris faster and faster, which appeared to drive Annika mad. Her body shook and her breathing was wild. She was losing all sense of control, which thrilled him immensely. Any second now, Annika was going to climax and from that moment onward, she would be ready and willing to submit to anything he desired. Albert worked her hot bud a little more. Finally, Annika gave herself over to a powerful climax. Her entire body convulsed as the orgasm overtook her entire frame. Her sweet blue eyes rolled back in her head, and she moaned loudly as her body released in passionate bliss. However, Albert gave her a brief respite from his tender manipulations before doubling his efforts on her still swollen clit and focusing his mouth and free hand on her eager breasts. Annika was dizzy from this new experience. She had no idea what was happening to her. It felt like she was being betrayed by her own body. She shivered all over like she was freezing, but her body was ablaze. She felt like she was doing something terribly wrong, but it felt too good to stop or even want to stop. Everything was out of control, yet she enjoyed the chaos and couldn't wait to experience more of it. Albert spent a significant amount of time bringing Annika from one orgasm to another. However, he had grown bored with getting her to near endlessly climax through clitoral stimulation. It was time to release her from the bonds of childhood and bring her orgasming into womanhood. Sliding her pajama pants down her hips, past her thighs, and sliding them onto the hardwood floor, Annika used her arms to cover herself. Hang on, I gotta go down a little. That's what she said. I gotta bring this down a little bit so I can read a little more. This is making me blush. My face is all hot. Alright. You are beautiful, Annika, Albert said seductively. You have no need to cover yourself. Oh, no. Yeah, you are beautiful, Annika, Albert said seductively. You have no need to cover yourself. What Albert said was true. Annika had a very alluring and shapely body. She had plump, full breasts, which was a physical attribute that greatly aroused Albert. She also had shapely hips and a nice-sized waist. She wasn't as beautiful in the face as he would prefer in a bedmate, but she did have a cuteness about her, and of course her naivety was always something he liked, as it made it much easier to seduce and manipulate people who were unquestioning. However, He was still so driven by the free-flowing adrenaline coursing through him that anyone, regardless of looks, physique, or social standing, would be acceptable as a sex partner at present. While under normal circumstances, Annika wouldn't be the type of woman he would choose for sexual congress, she would suffice in draining this terrible adrenaline from his system and satisfying hold on. She would suffice in draining all this terrible adrenaline from his system and satisfying the lust coursing through his veins. I think I'm going to stop after this part because I can't take it no more. There was so much he wanted to do to this little virgin. All the lecherous ways he wanted to take her flooded into his mind as he looked over her seductive body. Honestly, he wanted to pull her up by her fiery red hair and force his gargantuan manhood into her mouth. Oh my God. But he had to remember she had zero experience sexually, and if he did that, it would unquestionably cross a line that she was nowhere near ready for. Perhaps in time he could convince her to fellatiate him. However, now was not the right time. Besides, he was uninterested in any more floor play. It was time for the main course. And I'm going to stop there because I'm like, my face is on fire. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not lighter complected because you could see all of that going on, and thankfully you can't see that. So, buddy, it goes on, and there's more smut to be had, but I'm not going to read that, and you'll have to wait either for another time where I'm on like crazy obsessive mode or when I finally post it, which I don't know when I'm posting this. Like I said, there's a beginning. I have the beginning together. There's more to the beginning I need to write, but it ain't getting written. And then I have that part, and then I have a part that's coming a little bit later. So I don't know what I'm doing as a writer anymore. My brain is just like, I don't know. We just write what we need to write and just let the chips go where they need to go. So, but we love you, man. We love you so much. Like, they do you wrong. Just do you wrong, baby. They do you so wrong. So it would be nice if they brought him back. Pardon. Alright, sorry about that. I actually needed to take that. It was for me. But yeah, they do me so wrong. Sorry, you get your revenge one day. And if they bring him back, I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about it, but I guess I'll take it. You hadn't killed him in the first place, you wouldn't need to bring him back. So, Capcom, the fuck are we going to do with you? So, I have one more vlog I need to do, which is going to be a little bit of a departure from normal vlogs. It's neither a video game nor Lolita, it's a cosplay one. And I gotta change in my cosplay gear. But for this one, we are in the can for it, and man, I can't wait till I drain this Wesker obsession out of me. Doing this actually helped. Like, I think it's starting to like wane because I hadn't been that squirrely in a long time. So thank you for letting me vent, and I will check y'all in the next one later.